This is a New York Times best-selling author and poet whose mantras are embraced by her many followers and friends, including Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Richie, and Gloria Steinem. She just released her second picture book, and it's called May You Love and Be Loved, Wishes for Your Life. Please welcome back to the show, Cleo Wade, everybody. Color, green. Yes.
It's a happy color.
It is. That's why I let it
just brings
growth.
Brings joy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You have a new baby since the last time I saw you. Yeah.
I have 2 babies.
Yeah, so what's going on? How's it going?
It's very...
You know, I thought
2
you were
is
go...
different. Someone said to me once, 2 makes 1 feel like none, and I think that that's real. The second there's 2, you're like, wait, I'm the referee, I'm the
yes, it's different. I literally just said those words backstage. That's so funny. But they inspired the new book, right?
Yeah, so my first daughter's name is Memphis Love, and my second daughter's name is Bayou Beloved.
Yeah.
And so when I was when I started writing the poem for this book, maybe the first like 2 weeks after Bayou.
Yeah.
And I had a kind of post-it note as I was feeding in the night. I was kind of, you know, that delirious feeling. And I kind of took their names, Love and Beloved, and I wrote a poem called May You Love and Be Loved, Wishes for Your Life.
Yeah.
And so it started out as wishes for my daughter's lives, and then I was like, I want this for everybody. So I made it into a book.
I love that. And you did the illustrations in the book as well, right?
Yes, this was my first time. I have other books and picture books, but you know, it was funny because I was going through a million illustrators for this book and nothing felt right.
Yeah.
And then my editor said, you should draw it. And I was like, I don't even know how to draw. I've never gotten an A in art class. I wasn't like great at art ever in my life. And I drew this book because I wanted it to be completely from me since it was for my daughters.
That's so special. I love that so much.
It was hard though.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
Speaking of hard, I love that you talk about it because not everybody's comfortable talking about it, but it's very important. You talked about postpartum depression before and having it, and it's so, I was asking you what you learned from it because it's interesting. I didn't even know, like after I had one of my kids, I didn't even realize what was happening because you're so depleted. You're pumping every 3 hours, you're waking up, there's just so much going on. But I don't think I even realized that I had it. And somebody had to say, I think you had that, like during that period of your time. And I guess you think as a mom, you don't know what it's supposed to feel like and you're just drained and like all these things, it's just very, very hard on you. But I love that you talk about that. What do you think you learned from that?
You know, in my last adult book, I remember writing, it's hard to love a stranger. It's extra hard when depression turns the stranger into you. And I think that when you just feel like, who is that? When you wake up in the morning. And I do think it's little things that become bigger things and bigger things. And it's really helpful if you can have community around you that helps you get through it. But I think the first step is always to say, I'm having a hard time. And I think if we can give ourselves that or say, I'm feeling really kind of tender right now, and this is hard. I grew up in Louisiana. I know you're Southern too. And sometimes even where you're from, no one talks about that or heard of it. You know, I remember even bringing it up with my own parents and we're like, I never had that. And I talk about all the symptoms I had in any way, whether it was my hair falling out or whatever, and they're like, huh? But it was also that, you know, it wasn't an environment of that type of reflection that we get to have today in the words and language we get to have around mental health.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. So you get a lot of feedback from your followers. So like, what do you hear most?
People are lonely, I think is what I hear the most. You know, I feel really, you know, it's funny because people look at social media as this kind of, it can be one platform to say something, but it's actually an incredible listening space. And so there's so much feedback you get of what people are going through. And I think today people are just, they feel alone in the thoughts they have, or they could be in a room full of people and feel really alone in the one feeling they're having. And that's really why I write the books I write, because I feel like if you just need that one friend in that one moment, or you're trying to be your own friend in that one moment, maybe there's just one tiny sentence or one little mantra that can inspire that and help you.
Absolutely. Well, Cleo's new book is called May You Love and Be Loved, Wishes for Your Life. It's out now and available wherever books are sold, and everyone here is going home with a copy.